So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through 4 to 5 MCQs. Okay, so we'll be covering or revising 30th September 2024's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Okay, the purpose of this lecture series is twofold. One, we want you to revise your current affairs, and number two, we want you to get the much needed MCQ practice from the topic of current affairs. So on a daily basis, we'll be covering 4 to 5 MCQs, but these daily efforts, these little daily efforts of 4 to 5 MCQs would add up to 1200 MCQs, minimum 1200 MCQs from the topic of current affairs alone. And I need not tell you the importance of current affairs for your prelims examination. You already know this, that it is very important and instrumental in your success. Okay, so make sure you make this lecture series a part of your daily routine, because through that only you will be able to feel confident about your prelims examination next year. All right? Okay, enough of the introduction and let's begin our session. And let's begin our session with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding small modular reactors. These are nuclear reactors with a generational capacity of up to 10 megawatt electric per unit. As of 2024, no country has achieved making SMRs that have reached operational stage. SMRs have 1/3 generational capacity of conventional large nuclear reactors. How many of the above statements are correct? Now look, nuclear energy is a hot topic and has been a hot topic through this entire 20th and 21st century. Now, civilian nuclear reactors, or basically nuclear energy, in nuclear energy, we use nuclear energy to produce electricity. And we produce electricity through nuclear reactors. Okay. Now, we are used to large conventional reactors. Now, large reactors have or produce more than 700 megawatt electricity basically. Okay, and the world only has large nuclear reactors. These are conventional nuclear reactors, but large nuclear reactors are prone to these accidents can be quite devastating. Okay, therefore now the idea has been propped up that we should use smaller reactors, which are easy to construct, which are easy to assemble, and have a low cost. Now, for that, the idea of small modular reactors has been proposed. Small modular reactors have a generational capacity of 30 to 300 megawatt electric. Okay, so almost 1/3 of large nuclear reactors. Then there are micro nuclear reactors, which have a generational capacity of less than 10 megawatt electric. So these are nuclear reactors with generational capacity of up to 10 megawatt. No, that is micro reactors. Small modular reactors have 30 to 300. So this part is false. As of 2024, no country has achieved making SMRs that have reached operational stage. No, that is not true. Actually, only 2 countries have achieved making small modular reactors reach operational stage. And these countries are Russia and China. So currently, only Russia and China have constructed small modular reactors that have achieved operational stage. So this part is also false. This part is correct. So only 1. All right. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Pusa 2090 rice variety? It is a result of crossbreeding between Pusa 44 and CB 501, which is a Japonica rice variety. Pusa 2090 requires higher maturity time than Pusa 44 but gives a higher yield per acre. Pusa 2090 is less prone to the problem of lodging as compared to Pusa 44. Okay. Now look, there are different rice varieties in the world. The rice varieties found in Indian subcontinent, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, are known as indica rice varieties. And the rice varieties found in East Asia, like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, China, these are called Japonica rice varieties. Okay, you should first know this. Okay, so the rice varieties found in East Asia are called Japonica. Those found in Indian subcontinent are called indica. Okay. Now, in India, most of the farmers, especially the farmers of Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP, grow rice and they use a particular seed called Pusa 44. It was developed by Indian Agricultural Research Institute and released in around in the early 90s. Okay. Now, Pusa 44 became so popular among the farmers that almost all the farmers use this. Now, why is Pusa 44 popular? Well, for a very simple that it gives a high yield. So it generates around 34 quintals, 34 quintals per acre. So their yield is quite high, and that is why farmers use it. But the problem with Pusa 44 is that it takes a lot of time for these seeds to mature. Okay, it takes around 155 to 160 days for this crop to grow. And by the time this crop is ready, the farmers have to make their fields ready for wheat crop in the month of November. And that is why they resort to stubble burning. Okay, so to solve the problem of stubble burning, scientists have created Pusa 2090 rice variety, which is a crossbreeding between Pusa 44 and a Japonica rice variety called CB501. Okay, the best part about Pusa 2090 is that farmers can use Pusa 2090 instead of 44. Why? Because its yields are similar. Okay, it also yields 34 to 35 quintals per acre, but its maturity time is quite low. Okay, therefore, farmers can harvest their crop in late September or early October, and they can prepare their fields for wheat crop in November without resorting to stubble burning. So this Pusa 2090 will solve the problem of stubble burning. Okay, Pusa 2090 requires higher maturity time? No, it requires lower maturity time. And gives a higher yield? No, it gives similar yield. Okay, so this is false. Pusa 2090 is less prone to the problem of lodging. Now, what is the problem of lodging? Look, sometimes the stem of the rice plant is so weak that it falls down because of high wind speeds and rain. And this leads to the problem of lodging. Okay. Now, Pusa 2090 is not prone to lodging as much as Pusa 44 is because Pusa 2090 has stronger stem. Okay. So this part is correct. 1 and 3. C. Question 3. Consider the following statements statements. Stem cell therapy has the potential to cure type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is caused by insulin resistance in the human body due to lifestyle related issues. The islets in the pancreas release insulin to resolve the problem of hypoglycemia in the human body. Okay. Now, first of all, let's talk about diabetes. Now, what is diabetes? Diabetes is a problem in which your blood sugar levels, or we call it glucose levels, are quite high. Whenever your blood glucose level rises, we say that you are suffering from hyperglycemia. Okay? So whenever your body is going through hyperglycemia or higher blood glucose levels, your pancreas release a particular hormone called insulin. This removes the extra glucose levels in your blood, solves the problem of hyperglycemia, and it actually leads to normalizing of blood sugar. Okay, the exact opposite of hyperglycemia is hypoglycemia, when your blood sugar levels are very low. Hypoglycemia, blood sugar levels are extremely low, so much so that you're feeling fatigued. At that point, pancreas release glucagon. This increases blood sugar levels. Okay, now diabetes is a problem when insulin is not working. Okay, either your body has become insulin resistant because of lack of exercise, bad food habits. This is known as type 2 diabetes, which is caused by insulin resistance, lifestyle related issue. Okay, but sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes your pancreas are unable to produce insulin. This is known as type 1 diabetes. And this happens because your body starts to eat away the cells or destroy the cells in your pancreas that produce insulin. Cells in pancreas that produce insulin are called islets. Okay, this leads to type 1 diabetes. Remember, type 1 is because of lack of insulin production, type 2 is because of insulin resistance. Now, recently it has been found that type 1 diabetes can be cured through stem cell therapy. So, first statement is correct. Type 1 diabetes is caused by insulin resistance due to lifestyle issues? No, that is type 2. Okay. The islets in the pancreas release insulin to resolve the problem of hypoglycemia? No, it resolves the problem of hyperglycemia. For hypoglycemia, there is glucagon. Okay, so this is also false. Only one is correct. The correct option is B. And last, consider the following statements regarding cadaver donations. Anyone over the age of 18 years can legally consent to become a cadaver donor. Bodies of those who die of infectious diseases are not accepted for cadaver donations. Basically, what is cadaver? Cadaver is that dead body on which medical students practice and they are used to train medical students. Okay. Now, many people donate their body after their death. They don't donate it after their death. I mean, before dying, they register for cadaver donation so that as soon as they die, their body is donated to science. Okay. Now, anyone over the age of 18 years can legally consent to become a cadaver donor. That is correct. And if that person has not registered for cadaver donation, then after his death, his family members, next of kin, or his or her guardian can actually agree to donate that body. But medical colleges do not accept the bodies of people who have died of infectious diseases because there is a fear that that infectious disease might spread. So this part is also correct. Both are correct. The correct option is C. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation, though it would add more value if you read the PDF file associated with this lecture. That PDF file contains detailed written solutions for all the questions discussed above. Now, that PDF file can be found on our Telegram channel, and the link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below. So go to comment section, check out the link, click on it, follow our Telegram channel, and download the PDF of not just this lecture, but all the other lectures featuring on our YouTube channel. All right. On that note, I'll thank you guys, and I'll with a promise of seeing you next time with next set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Thank you, everyone.